First Alert meteorologist Michael Autovino again to talk about the timing of this and when we really need to be ready. When is it going to move in?
Well, mainly by tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening, and definitely by tomorrow night. By tomorrow evening, Karen, that's when you want to be at the place you're going to be all weekend, because you really don't want to be on these roads as we move ahead into the Saturday time frame, and definitely not by Saturday night into Sunday. Let's get it going. First Alert weather days in place Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. Friday, Saturday, and early Sunday, we have the wintry precipitation, and also Sunday morning and Monday morning, two of the coldest mornings that we've seen since 2021. I'm talking feels like temperatures that will get below zero, as cold as 10 below zero. So expecting it to be again dangerously cold across our area. So as we move throughout the second half of tomorrow, it will start to go downhill. Winter storm watch will go into effect as we move ahead into the second half of tomorrow. This continues into Sunday morning. Basically what this means, and this likely will be upgraded to a winter storm warning, that winter storm conditions are likely and will be expected. Let's talk some totals. About 1 to 5 inches of sleet and snow accumulations will be expected. I think from DFW southward, more sleet than snow, and then from Highway 380 northward, more snow than sleet. So just keep that in mind. As far as ice totals, 1/4 of an inch to as much as 1/2 inch will be expected. Isolated amounts up to 3/4 of an inch. This is problematic because temperatures stay below freezing likely until about Tuesday. That's over 70 hours that we'll see these temperatures be below the freezing mark. So as far as that sleet and snow goes, notice up to our north, we're seeing that at the 3 to 5 inch mark, and then mainly for areas into the middle half of our viewing area, including the Metroplex, about 2 to 4 inches possible, and then well out to our south, less than an inch of snow and sleet will be expected. Those are our sleet and snow totals area wide. Ice accumulations, I think the bullseye to see higher ice totals will be mainly out to our east, areas like Greenville, Sulphur Springs, up in Paris, and then mainly for the DFW Metro and areas out to the west, and even our northern counties, anywhere from about 1/4 of an inch of ice to 1/2 inch of ice is expected. Let's talk about how this plays out. Friday night, we see the rain transitioning to freezing rain. 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch will be possible into Saturday morning. During Saturday, we'll see a wintry mix all day, but there will still be pockets of freezing rain at times. Pinpointing the exact areas is very challenging, but just know that that's a possibility. Icy roads overnight, we'll see the sleet and freezing rain continue into the Saturday morning time frame. And that's when we see sleet most of the day, and that's when we'll get about 1 to 2 inches of accumulation of sleet as we move throughout the day, and then we'll see 1 to 2 inches of snow as we move ahead into the Saturday night time frame. On top of all of that, creating icy conditions. Let's get a look at some models. This is one of our high-res models, the Graph Futurecast. Notice as we move towards the second half of Friday, we see scattered showers, rain up to our north in our Red River County. So here we go, 4 or 5 o'clock. It starts to build in, and then we get that changeover to a wintry mix across all of our area as we move ahead into Saturday morning. On and off throughout the day, we see some pockets of freezing rain. That's indicated by the shades of yellow, those isolated areas. And then by Saturday night into Sunday, we could see a brief changeover to snow. This model really doesn't show much snow across the area. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We could still see some changes as the model updates. Here's another model, the European model. We're showing you everything that we're seeing that we're putting together the forecast for. Here's Friday at 8 o'clock. This would be a better case scenario. This would lead us with plenty of rain before we see that changeover to the wintry mix as we move ahead into Saturday morning. Here's 6 o'clock Saturday morning, continuing to see plenty of rain. Wintry mix to our north, but at this point on the model, we're not seeing any ice and snow just yet. As we move throughout the day, we'll see that increase in coverage, and then there's that change over to some snow. That'll be our opportunity likely from about midnight Sunday until 7, 8 o'clock Sunday morning. We have that opportunity to see some snow. And then one more model to show you, the GFS model. This is painting a little bit of a colder picture. You'll wake up to a wintry mix by Saturday. It continues all day Saturday, and this puts more snow over our area. We could see generally about 4 to 5 inches from this model. So just keep that in mind. All of this will likely change as we move into the coming days, and we will keep you updated with any changes into the forecast. Your First Alert 7-day forecast. You have a quiet afternoon, 60 degrees for your high temperature. First Alert weather days for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and even into Monday. And we'll see below freezing mornings as well into Tuesday as well as into Wednesday. So Karen, we have to keep a close eye. Even though the wintry mix tapers off by Sunday morning, we're dealing with ice on the roadways till at least about Tuesday or Wednesday.